Hi folks and welcome back to my Ultimate General American Revolution. We find ourselves here in the winter of 1776 going into 77. The weather is bad, food is in short supply, again with a long time to go before any new provisions come in. And we find ourselves at a bit of a stalemate facing off against a huge British force, or at least several huge British forces, with our scattered rebels trying to form a ring around them so they can't expand. How are we going to make some progress here, or do we just keep the British bottled up in New York, which we could really do with for ourselves, and hope they just starve out or just don't do anything? Well, we're probably going to skip a lot of time in this episode because I think we'll probably just do some building unless some British armies move out or we spot an opportunity. But let's see what happens and what progress we can make today. So one thing we've got are our new Continental Dragoons, which are amazing, and I thought I'd save this for you guys. Well, I say they're amazing. I don't actually know if they're amazing. We've got some upgrades, though. We've got choices what to do. I mean, stamina and efficiency, willpower and efficiency, or the one that's, look, yeah, this is catching my eye right here. 20% horse speed. I'm going to go for that. If we're going to have something that's moving fast, I would say let's boost it to the absolute maximum. Now, these guys want to be out. Let's get them out of there and put them in a brigade. So we've got our first cavalry brigade of only 480 men. It's not very big. These are our early Continental Dragoons. Let's bring them down to Hartford, where they're going to be closer to the army. We're having a bit of a switchover, by the way. I'm putting some militia into Ticonderoga. I'm still going to hold these forts because I consider these vital forts. And we do know that the British, if they spot an empty location, even though they shouldn't be able to see it, they will head for it. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. But we've also got some regulars coming down from Ticonderoga, which will be arriving somewhere down here in the not-too-distant future. So I'm going to speed time up, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, that was pretty quick. You have successfully defended Fort Clinton from attack by British forces, money and reputation. We can actually... Grain mill in Salem is complete. That's good. There's not much more we can do because we don't have the materials at the moment. We are well off for specialists for once, so that's really nice. Let's check our stores of weapons. We've got like a load of old muskets and stuff in here. We have finally a good supply of hunter rifles, so we can put skirmishers into units if we wanted to. I'm still not convinced that they're a particularly useful unit to have, so you guys convince me in the comments. I know in theory how they're supposed to work. I just don't find them that useful on the battlefield at the moment. Perhaps. We'll see. We have a nice amount of Brown Bess. We have some of the Charleville, some of the Spanish, but we should be reducing our reliance on these. The short Brown Bess, we have a few. Loads of Virginia 76. I think the old United States musket is possibly becoming obsolete. Do we not have any of the Dragoon... Yeah, we have Dragoon carbines. I think we're making those, aren't we? Let me have a look in factories. Hunter rifles, ammunitions. No, we are not. Interesting. Can I make them, though? I can make an infantry carbine 57. Oh. What is this? What is this? I have no idea what that is. Shall we make some? I'm gonna make some. Okay, we're gonna make some. I'll put an extra factory on it. We don't need wagons at the moment. If we get another factory from somewhere, it'll go straight into there. We're making 3 a day. I think we can tool Dragoons up with them. Here we go. We've got an historical event at Newport, Rhode Island. General Sir Henry Clinton was ordered to occupy Newport, Rhode Island. This strategic move aimed to establish Newport as a base for future British military operations against Boston and Connecticut. The occupation of Newport, provided the British with a crucial naval base and access to vital waterways, enhancing their ability to control maritime routes and potentially launch offensives against neighbouring areas held by the Patriots. 5,500 men will arrive by sea. Newport... Shit, Newport is over here. Right. Okay, that's fine. Let me gather my forces. I was hoping these guys... This is Carroll's brigade. Oh my god, these guys are legendary. These are the ultimate. Okay. You are coming down, sir. And we're going to form up. Do you know what? Let's form up actually in. We'll put them in Providence. Let's put them in Providence. I'm going to dispatch my Dragoons. We're going to put everything in Providence, actually. There's also 2,000 men in Boston, which we're just going to pop out. And then we should have the force. That, and you know what? There's 1,400 here. Let's bring these out. This should give us a pretty stonking good force to fight off whatever comes and lands over there. And I think we'll be fine. We're going to have 2 generals in the area. I think that's everything. Actually, we have guys over here. You can come straight to Providence. I think we've got time to get them there as well. Nice. There are forces. I mean, they're coming in hot. The cavalry should be there pretty quickly. They're actually landed. Okay. I don't think it's 5,600 men. Perhaps there's another lot coming. Carroll's brigade aren't going to be here. I was hoping they would be. All right. Well, we need to see him off before we actually lose Newport here. So, form up. We have... How many men do we have here? Come on, we're going in. We are going in. We're not going to lose Newport. Also, I don't think there's 5,500 men there. No, there most definitely is not. He's fleeing. Let's go. Let's just go into combat. First battle of the day. Here we go. We've found some British already. That was pretty quick. Right, let's get my Dragoons in on the action here. Let's bring some of these guys over. Here they come. We've got skirmishers in the woods. Which... Wow, these horsemen are quick. So can we actually dismount? I mean, I'm guessing we can. I've not seen the enemy dismount them. Oh, wow. All right, we've got the enemy over here. Wow, there's been a charge. Let's put this at normal speed. I need to actually pay attention to this. And I also need to bring the cavalry up there. It's time to deploy the reserves up to the center. We should be okay. I wasn't expecting a full frontal assault, though, I've got to be honest. And perhaps we should bring in... Oh, this minimap. Hang on. There we go. Let's bring in Ward. So at least get him in there. Right, what's going on down here? The camera. Honestly, the camera. Okay. Let's see. We'll leave some cavalry over that side. Let's go up here. I wish I could be slightly more zoomed out than this without... There we go. That's better. Hang on. We need to go all that. Stick them on hold orders. Are these guys coming back in? Wait, it's a victory? It's a victory! Right, okay. Charge. Charge. We've got some guys not too sure about this. So what we want to do with these guys coming in is get the cavalry in. And we should be able to use all these for just chasing down, fleeing everything's. I want to see how good this works. I don't think we'll chase... We might catch them. Do you know what? I'm going to order some Dragoons onto them. I want to see how much we can smash up here. Right, let's go slow. We're going to see. Because I need to kind of keep an eye on this. Over that side. Just don't know what's going to happen. The Dragoons are in. We're hopefully sabering everything over there. The infantry's about to catch up. Keep chasing. Keep chasing. I mean, I'm surprised they have eventually surrendered. We went running through some stuff over there, which is hilarious. Is cavalry going to be The big be-all and end... Nope, hang on. There's cavalry sitting in there. We want to see if it's going to be the be-all and end-all. What's happening over here? We're still chasing them down, but it looks like we've inflicted some casualties. Ooh, what? This is murder. So there's lots of stuff surrendered, which is excellent. Charge! Charge! I must have some more horsemen somewhere. Right. Make sure we get onto that. I'm going to try and grab the additional... We have loads of stuff. Hang on, what have I missed? What have I missed? There's probably some more guys up here, is there? So it seems that horsemen are quite capable of running down enemy troops, which is what we hoped would be the case. Wow. What flees in front of me here? Guys? Why have you stopped? You guys are going. Okay, I think we've pretty much got everything. And it looks like once the enemy units are fleeing... Oh, that they're in combat. Okay. That's that one there on the map. Kills 63, deaths 0. This is how lethal cavalry is once it gets set upon the enemy. We have taken a few casualties there. Yeah, we're just basically running the guys down until they surrender. This is exactly how it's supposed to be done. There's something reporting here. We've stopped. Why have we stopped? Oh, because this is going on. Right. There's a bit of work going on there. They're not surrendered. Anyway, it looks like they're doing the job. So what we need to do is go back here. Split these guys up. And somewhere... Did we capture some guns? Because there were some guns running around. Let's come down here with these guys, actually. I don't know where the rest of the gunners are, to be quite honest. Hang on, some of these should be able to occupy it. We captured some here. Maybe we got the whole guns and everything. Maybe they never got a chance to deploy. It looks like that might be the case. Alright, what happened up here? Did we get them? They've eventually broken. Brilliant. Alright, success. We'll jump to the victory screen and see what the results of that were. What did we get then? So the enemy lost... They lost 500 infantry, plus another 450 captured. All 8 guns. I think we got those. And they lost half their cavalry as well, for the cost of 144 soldiers on our side. That was a butchering. Looks like some of the infantry's got away. So now the question is, I mean, that was absolutely outstanding. We need to get some of our guys into close combat with what's left of the British and make sure nothing gets away. They're actually in the process of capturing. They were in the process of capturing bloody Newport. But it's gone back to us. Just. Okay, excellent. Do you need to trade offer? Yeah, I'm just going to trade everything to the natives. That's fine. And resource scarcity. We're struggling with bloody resources at the moment. Again. Provisions. It's a bit tight. Things are a bit tight. Excellent. Well, I'd say our chaps did a fantastic job here. And we can actually... What happened to Clinton? Clinton's running over there. I'm going to see if we can get him. Obviously, we're going to leave the army here once we've gathered stuff up. Let's get Madison's brigade out. And I'm going to order them onto Clinton over there. Carroll moved back to Leicester. What is in Leicester? Currently, some supply wagons. Tensions. New British fleet arrives, which I think we've got rid of. All right, okay. That was a successful... and a very good fight. Everyone pile into Providence. and go chill out. You can go back to Leicester with Carroll's brigade. Providence can hold 5,000 men. We've got those. Excellent. I can put them... We'll put them in Leicester. Oh, Leicester? No, Hertford. We'll put them in Hertford. Because Hertford, we can respond faster should an attack come out of New York. So we need to check for that. Cliff's men, let's get them to Hertford. Alright, but we need to be careful here. Because, yep, there he's going to... Right, yes, pull back. Pull back. We don't want him over there. We'll also put the cavalry in Hertford. Hertford's a pretty big place, I think. We should be able to hold everything there. So, a success. From what I can tell. Yep, things looking good over there. We're waiting for... We'll get some reinforcements. We have a howitzer. Now, this is interesting. We can now build 5.5-inch howitzers, which I think we're going to build so with it we can actually replace all of the 6-pounder field guns. Because howitzers we can shoot over the heads of our own troops, and they should be better. Guns production, mining cost, that also looks good. But I think we just go straight in and get the 8-inch howitzers. It's a long time. I mean, everything else is also pretty good. I don't care about the new guns. I don't care about these. So that's fine. I don't care about the galloper guns. Artillery tactics. Guns production and cover. Both of those are quite good. We could probably manage with 5.5-inch howitzers for now, right? Does it show me what the stats of these are? It doesn't. It's going to be 5 months before they're ready. So maybe I should make the most of these. We don't really have the factories anyway. Do you know what? Let's go 8-inch howitzers. They've got to be better though, right? Let's get some artillery tactics. I don't think artillery is a big part of my plan at the moment. Military engineers. Do I spend points to get this? I don't think so. Okay, excellent. What's the situation at Hertford? There's no provisions. There's absolutely no provisions. So what happens if you leave? You have no provisions. Oh god, this isn't good. This is a bad situation. So let's find somewhere with provisions. I think provisions are emptying because we've got infrastructure and we can actually take them wherever we want. But what I could do is go up here, try and fill them up. Tell you what, let's send one to Boston as well. Speed up a little bit. There might be something in Boston we can gather. I think there might still be more British troops on the way, which is why we haven't totally removed our forces from this region. We need more materials. Once we've got more materials, we can do more stuff. And what we should do for the coming campaign season is build warehouses, which means we can store more grain. And I think that's going to be kind of important. So if I go into factories, it's in here, isn't it? So now we can actually make 5.5-inch howitzer. Is that the firepower? Oh my, that doesn't look very good. It's not much better than a 3-pounder galloper gun. That sucks. Yeah, that wasn't what I was expecting. However, we're gonna stick a factory onto it. We're gonna stick one factory onto it, I think. Move it up the list a bit. What happens if I do that, and then we take one out of the hunter rifles, which I think we have enough of. 5 per day, down to 4 per day. I'll go at 4 per day. And that gives us this. This is 12 days left to produce one. 63 of these a day. We've got a big stock. Do you know what? Let's draw that down. And let's go one in there, because cavalry seems to be absolutely awesome. I like cavalry. Alright, so we're going to produce one of these every 6 days, and if we end up with a massive supply of them, we'll just stop doing it. Yeah, as you see, we're short of iron. Here's the problem. We are short of iron for producing all these other guns. And timber by the looks of it, but that's going to require a lot of these, a lot of materials, and we can get stuff upgraded. But that's possible.
Push through.
Okay, well, we have the stuff coming here. It's going to be a little while before we get food coming in. December 23rd, 1776. Project Refill Iron is finished. Let me go take a look. I guess you're going to be going on... You're going to go back to your... Which one were we doing? Privateers? The 10% research? No, it looks like light warships. Was I really going to do that? Considering building such stuff? I'm going to switch and get this. We're going to get the research speed for the naval department. Right, we have some exhausted soldiers arriving over there. All is good, though. And at Boston, there is nothing. Right, so what we're going to build. We need to build warehouses, which will give us better provision storage for the future. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to upgrade all of these regional warehouses wherever I can. Looks like we already have one there. Do we have a carpenter's shop? Let's upgrade that to a lumber mill. Regional warehouse first. It's just got to supply more grain, basically. They're busy building. They've been attacked. What are you doing? Schoolhouse. I'm going to go carpenter shop here. Because we want more of these materials, which is kind of definitely a thing. Boston. Busy. Leicester. Busy. Salem. Not busy, but we have a grain mill. Okay. We can't do the grain mill. Let's leave it at that. And skip forward to the next major event. Riot. Yankee versus Buckskins. Pennsylvania soldiers executed an assault on the camp of a Massachusetts regiment, specifically aiming for the nearly 60-year-old colonel. They ransacked the regiment's quarters and opened fire on the Massachusetts troop. This attack arose from long-standing grievances related to class, race, and military professionalism, which deepened the divisions between soldiers from the South and those from New England. I have been reading the book 1776, and there was a bit of animosity between the New England soldiers and those from other regions. I don't know if this actually happened. Well, that's hit a lot of loyalty problems. Oh, that's a kick in the arse, is that? But yes, there was a lot of sort of... I don't know how to describe it, really. Pretty much as it said there. I think the soldiers from other regions consider themselves superior. Better drilled, perhaps? Better trained? Alright, so what we could do... We've got 7,000 men in Hartford. I could combine them for a pop at New York, but I think that's asking a bit much. What I could do... is if there's no British fleet sailing to come and find us. There wasn't 5,000 men landed there. That was weird. What I could do is bring them all out with the possibility of leaving one brigade behind. Should we leave Carroll's brigade behind? Oh, did my cavalry get an upgrade? No, damn it. I feel like they deserved it, but they did not. So what about if we leave Carroll's brigade just to recover, because they're still getting reinforcements in there. And let's bring everything else out. And let's go cause us some mischief, shall we? We need to march right past. We need to go over here. And we're actually going to have a crack at Reading, but we're going to give a wide berth around New York. Carroll's brigade, they're going to be fine. They do need to recover a little bit. Right, so can I actually join you? I need to go you and you, I think. Hang on, what we need to... I will do this, just a minute. Pause a sec. Pause a second, game. Control. Join up into brigades. That's got it. That's got it. Right, excellent. What have we got then? We've got tensions, tensions, tensions. Always tensions.
Keep moving.
That looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, we want to be around the back of Fort Penn. It's a bit scary that I've moved such a big force away, because New Haven's now a little bit more vulnerable, but I think it's okay. Alright, we've got a new mission here. Protect Fort Clinton. It's the same thing again, I think. Fort Clinton stands as a bastion of loyalist resistance. As a valiant defender, your mission is to fortify the town against an imminent rebel... No! Wait, no, no, no. This doesn't read right. We've got to protect the place, but that text is as if we're playing as the British. I think basically we just need to hold the place. It's still a mission for us, which is absolutely fine. But it doesn't read right, and that annoys me greatly about the game. That should not be a thing. Here we go then. We're going to have a pop at Reading. What's the... I'm going to let my guys' condition improve. We have a serious issue with food, unfortunately, that we can just do nothing about. Ooh, we've got the new supply. Excellent. Actually, can we go to... We can't buy provisions on the market, can we? What is that damn noise as well? It's driving me insane. Can we come... Hang on. Come out of the market. Get out of... I need rid of this. I need rid of this button down here because it's sitting... It's sitting over the top of my market screen. That's got it. Right, okay. Can we buy provisions? I'm pretty sure that we can't, but I think we might have... No, we can't. They're not even there. Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right, okay. So these brigades, Elizabethtown, part of Forage War. From January 5th to 7th, militia forces ambushed British patrols near Elizabethtown, New Jersey. As a result, the Americans captured the baggage trains of 2 regiments along with their food supplies. That is very, very nice. So brown bess muskets, ammunition, and much needed food. Which I'm hoping there's going to be a stack in here. Oh, we got him. We got to... Hang on. Send... Why did the Dragoons seem to take a lot of casualties from that? Right. Play normal speed. Send Cliff's guys after them. So we capture Reading, which may or may not have stacks of food in it. Right, Fremantle's men should be falling away now. Can we capture them before we get to Morristown? Because I'm going to have to pull those soldiers back here. I don't think we're going to get to destroy them. Okay, maybe we can go in. No, we don't want to go in. We do not want to go in. Not with these numbers. I'm surprised we didn't actually capture the bastards, but... So Reading is not entirely loyal. Let's find somewhere that is. We need somewhere that's above 36%. I'm leaving Fort Augusta. Fort Augusta is, I think... The forts are really worth holding because I think we're going to see more aggressive attacks along the front. What about Stamford? Stamford is fine. There's not enough guns to hold this. Are there not? Are there really? What guns are we referring to? We're referring to these, are we? Okay, so everything else is okay. But the 3-pounder Galloper guns. Well, let's change them to the 5.5-inch howitzers. Cool. They will then reinforce as normal there, I think. I hope. Right, this place needs a printing press. But it does mean that these dudes are free. And I can bring them down to starve in Reading. Because I'm sure they'll all look forward to that. Also, let's go around building some stuff again. So I think we've pretty much got everything done in these regions. We've got stuff on the move. What about Boston? Boston's busy. Salem is not. Salem, you can get the grain mill. And the grain mills are very important, I think. We could just set these guys doing a carpenter shop. Go to lumber mill. Yeah, we've got the materials, so let's enjoy them. Falmouth. Oh, Falmouth's doing a big upgrade at the moment. Fort George. Fort Frank. Right, not a whole lot going on over here. We could probably build... Oh, we're building mining infrastructure already. Fort Halifax. We could also build mining infrastructure there. Because we do need such things. Right, these two places here. I kind of wish I could upgrade something, but... The schoolhouse, it's got a newspaper. What do you not have that you should have a carpenter's shop? You should have a warehouse, maybe? Definitely have a carpenter's shop. Let's actually get on that. We're building nothing. Is this a... They are producing food, but it's not terribly effective. I don't think if... They could do furs, actually. Do you have a fur trader's house? No, I've missed that off. Okay. Fur traders are definitely needed. That is paying for us. Alright, we'll come back to that in a bit. Loyalty up here is good. Upgrade the fur trading post. Just money. Definitely money. No, they're busy and they're needed there. Quebec. Oh, Quebec we can build in. Loyalty is improving, which is excellent. We could do... We have a fur trader's place. Warehouse. I said I wanted warehouses, didn't I? So let's build warehouses. We just need places that can stash as much food over summer in as possible. There's not a whole lot being built here that should be. This is definitely a place for mining infrastructure. It's going to affect these two areas, so let's put that in there. Is there anywhere that's going to get 2 areas bonus? Go on then. We can put a bit in there. No, we can't. Sod it. I'm going to stick some agricultural infrastructure in. Right, that's good. That's good. Let's get back to the fighting. We want to take Morristown and Freehold because of the food supplies. We're going to hope that Reading just holds. Was there any food in Reading? There was a very minor amount. Hang on. We're going to go get it. The army in Morristown might come out and have a go at Easton. Now, then the question is, where are our wagons? Put one in Boston. It's got 0 provisions in. Ammunition, yes, but 0 provisions. Not a damn thing I can do about it. It's just a case now of just tighten your belts, fellas. That literally is it. Just tighten your belts. This would be a good one for mining. Oh, we can't do any mining infrastructure or anything like that, can we? So we'll let those guys chill out down in Reading a bit. Meanwhile, Smith's men are coming with some provisions. Alright, folks, we're going to have a crack at Freehold down here. Brilliant. We've got between them and Morristown, although there's 4,000 men there. Let's go to the battle. Okay, the Hessians are coming on. Let's just let them come on. You know, we don't need to do anything here. If they want to come march up to us, they are more than welcome to. Let's just line up and shoot them in the face from cover. Halt. Hold. 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 What I'm going to do, though, is move my cavalry onto the flank, because we're going to go for a massive outflanking maneuver. You guys, quickly, just form up like that. You guys stop there, in fact. You stop there. They've stopped. Okay. So, this is the opportunity. Let's get all the cavalry into this. I want to see if we can capture the whole damn lot before any of them escape. Right, let's see what happens with this. Here come the horsemen. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? That is a glorious charge right there. Wait a minute. Make sure I'm going to click charge on all of these because I want to make sure the buggers get in and they don't just get there and stop. Charge. It's because they're exhausted, I think. What happens if I just run through them? Can I run through? We've ordered a charge there. I think the guys are exhausted and are not going for it. Yeah, that's kind of on me because my troops were exhausted before going in. But even so, I thought we would have had them. I did. Look, the conditions enough. Conditions enough. We should be able to catch them. Right, we've got caught up down there. Make sure you're ordered to charge. With 68% condition, there should be no reason why these guys don't go in. It's what that's more like it. It's what we brought the cavalry for. Charge. I'm going to have to micromanage all of these, aren't I? I can see. Yes. Just keep clicking charge. I can't see any reason not to. Come on, condition should be enough. They're easily got enough energy for this. These guys are at 90% and they've stopped. Alright, this is looking better on this side. No, there's someone getting away over there. I don't know where the horsemen have gone. Well, we're still sabering some guys over there, so we'll take that. That's working better. There's somebody there. Well, we're going to get some, but it looks like there's a lot going to get away. That's a shame. A real shame, because I thought we'd got him. Somebody surrendered. They're going to be broken. That's good. And it's just these ones up here. Okay, I think we've got them now. I'm guessing that fight is finished. Yep, they surrendered. Don't let them get away. That's all finished up there. Can we get them? I think we just caught them right at the border. And they surrendered. Good. I think that's it done. That was, that was brutal. We lost 3 infantrymen. We didn't get them all, though, so I'm not quite sure. I thought we'd got more than that. Privateers successfully capture British vessels laden with supplies. We get some rum. Well, rum's very nice. Let's just go steady on here, because we want to charge. Are there guys routing? There are. Madison's guys should be able to chase them down. I'll leave West to come and occupy this. 4,000 men at Morristown, and the question is, can I take that with what I've got here? We could bring reinforcements from Fort Penn over. I want to get between New York and Morristown with the forces. I think everyone's probably exhausted here. Also, there's guys marching out. Let's let them get away. Right, everyone into here. I think there's some going for Reading. If that's the case, that's brilliant because we'll just ambush them on the way back. Let's go to normal speed. They're coming after me, actually.
Charge forward.
Right, join army. They are coming after me. Form up. What's in freehold? There's no provisions. Let's take this fight now before those guys join. And I am going to sit on the defensive. Okay, we've spotted him. I've sent Ward out as a scouting party. And it cost him one of his bodyguards. But we've spotted the enemy coming through the woods in the middle. That's absolutely fine. I've got skirmishers on this side. Cavalry on the flanks of my army. And a good solid line of infantry down the middle. It's time to move these guys up a little bit. Just a little bit. People are just chilling in the rear here. Which is absolutely fine. Here we go. We've got enemy skirmishers coming in. My skirmishers, just order them to hold. We're in cover. Now we have rifles. Do they have rifles? Because that would be very vulnerable to cavalry, by the way. Let the British come on. I'm happy for them to come on. They're coming down this side. That's cool. Oh, I was about to advance. Let's get my cavalry into... Oh, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, I'm going too fast here. There's going to be a whole load of shit that we need to come and sort out first. Right, chaps, right. Just fall back. Just fall back. Right onto the flank. There's a whole load of infantry coming through there. We're going to outflank everything. Starting with those. We're going to take a volley, which is going to hurt a bit, but then we're going to charge in. We should be okay. Against skirmish infantry, we should be absolutely fine. Here we go. We're about to meet the main line of the enemy coming at us. I think our guys have had a chance to have a bit of a rest. Pull the cavalry back. We're not interested in cavalry on the front line. I'm going to send some more in here. Right, you actually need to go like this. And get involved there. My front line should be fairly solid. The skirmishers are in trouble over there. Let's deploy to the flanks. We should be able to roll this line up quite nicely, though. Excellent. We've taken some cavalry casualties over there, but we're in. The crackle of musketry is nice and loud. Keep these guys moving forward. Oh, right. Excellent. Charge in there. The skirmishers are done. I don't want to really get in a position. Let's go in like this. We should have the artillery. Things are looking a bit ropey on this flank. Engage. Prepare to get... We can dismount the cavalry and fight on foot. Charge. You keep pressing that damn stuff. Let's get in. The cavalry's going to just cause absolute monstrous chaos. Advance. Retreat. Retreat, advance. Watch the cavalry. Watch the other flank. I like a little bit of chaos in my games. I think it makes for a fun game. Hold. Let's deploy. Can you guys actually deploy and dismount? You can, right? Let's dismount and get you some... Because you need to do some shooting, I think. Oh, our line seems to have slightly wobbled a bit. Horsemen, get on that. Get out of the way. We've got enemy infantry coming at us, which we do not want. Can I order you to retreat? Retreat? Charging grenadiers or charging line infantry should never catch the light company like that. Just... Game does not handle skirmishes well. Which is really weird, because they handled them pretty well when we had Grand Tactician Civil War, didn't we? Not Grand Tactician. Ultimate General Civil War. Beg your pardon. Different game. We'll get our little dismounted cavalry unit in there, skirmishing on the flanks. I think that's important. Right, advance to contact here. Let's send in the reserves. I think it's important to send in the reserves now. And scupper the enemy. Amazingly, that's working. Oh, God. Oh, everything's about to break. Did I have cavalry over here? I did. Excellent. Come and run down those. I think some of the infantry can probably catch these. Definitely charge in there. And there. Oh, we've got artillery there. I'm going to have to remember to try and... Yeah, go after the skirmishers. Get everyone else back on their horses. And let's get running some of these guys down. Don't retreat. I think we may have lost a commander over there. Right, they've surrendered. Excellent. The infantry's coming. All that really needs to happen is that our cavalry needs to slow down the enemy infantry from retreating too fast, whilst our guys come and catch them up. Charge. And charge. Meanwhile, I should have, on this side... Brilliant. Let's make sure nothing's getting away. I think we're actually capturing them. More surrenderings. Good. Get on that one, because that one might actually escape. Cavalry is overpowered when chasing fleeing units. Okay, I'm going to trust that we're going to capture those. There's a lot of stuff surrendering now. You guys are exhausted, are you? That's okay. Charge, charge, charge in. Make sure you get in there. Well, it looks like we've got them. I should have some more horsemen somewhere. There. You're not doing anything. Get on that one. You. I did not order you to stop. But it is what it is. So what we also need to consider our options for are capturing guns. So let's move a unit up here. Because we should find some artillery sitting idle. 163. There should be some over here. So let's split this up because it might be. Let's get them up here. We're going to find it wherever it's lurking. There might be some in the woods up there as well. Split up. Is there any there that we can capture? We're sat watching these guys get away here, you know. This is not how it's supposed to work. And over there, they've just stopped. They've just given up. We got a lot of them. There's going to be some get away, but we did pretty well. Is there any artillery? There is. Right, we occupy those. Where else was there some? I'm sure there was some more. Let's move into the woods because we might just need to be close to it. Nice. We've got this one. We're sabering them. We're considering sabering them. And around the wooded area, I think, split up. Anything? Anything? I thought there was some more cannons around here. Did we charge some? Ah, there's some here. Right. I need a batch of infantry. Give me some infantry. Well, that was an absolute pounding that the British took there. They took over 2,200 losses. Probably close to 2,300 to our roughly 540, something like that. So that was a good exchange. We got 14 of the 16 guns. Nice. Well done, chaps. So the situation is, I don't think we'll be able to capture any of these. I think they're going to go fleeing back to Morristown. But let's have a go. We do have cavalry. Let's go after the big one up there. Freehold's nice and loyal. This is excellent. These guys are loyal. The state capital, Morristown, is not under your control. Really? Is this another state? Oh, okay. It's not part of the New York area. I think we're going to follow all these straight back to Morristown, by the way. Yeah, we're going in here. Let's get in. Let's get in. Rotherham's a... Let's just... Okay. Okay, this is a fight. Alright, guys, bear with me here, because we're going to have one hell of a scrappy fight on our hands. There's British everywhere. Hang on, we've got to pull back our cavalry a little bit. Meanwhile, I've got to redeploy infantry to face a bit of a... I wouldn't say a crisis, but let's call it a problem coming over from this direction. And as I say, we've got... This is the main British force here. We've got some more over here on the other side of these woods. And I'm trying to deploy probably too big a force over in this direction, actually. We're just all over the place, and we're trying to just find our way. Here we go. Something's coming this way. Advance and cover it. Right, the mortars should be... Mortars have a hell of a short range, don't they? Right, guys. Hold the line. There's artillery up there, but that's fine. Oh, well, that ended very fast. Right, we're going to go onto there. We're going to send all the cavalry in. And there's heavily defeated Germans there. These guys have just enough energy, I think, just to try and trash them. And you know what? I think we can go in there as well. We'll send 2 lots in. As I say, it's a little bit messy. I think we can actually order a charge. And we should... Can we see the enemy? There it is. Enemy artillery up there. The cavalry will get it. Nice. Cavalry is excellent at sabering fleeing infantry, but I could do with one to go after them. See if you can batter your way through there. We've kind of put possibly too many on to one thing. The cavalry, it is getting out. Okay, it's going to have a go at the skirmishers. Brilliant. Friendly fire. I think the skirmishers are away. And on this side, are our guys still trying to charge? Yeah, I'm just going to hold. We're not going to catch that. We've got the artillery. This is going fine, though. Who's doing the friendly fire thing in there? I don't know. It's kind of weird. We'll put more on there. I don't think we'll get the... Yeah, go on. Oh, no, that worked. That worked. I don't think we'll be able to get... There's something running off over there. I think it's gone, though. Yeah, I stopped. It's gone. Oh, let's bring up the infantry, though, again. Because we're going to try and capture those guns. Horsemen are fantastic. As soon as the enemy routs, that's it. I think playing as the British, where you can get Dragoons right from the start of the game, I think that would be massively overpowered, because I think you can just rout every rebel army and just run them down. That would be my expectation. How close do I have to be to occupy these guns here? Is it even possible? It is. Right, we'll have them. Thank you very much. So another big kicking for the British with a loss of over 600 men and all their artillery. So let me see if we can just tidy this up, because there's Brits fleeing everywhere that we want to try and capture. It looks like they've just broken. Rotherham's about to broke. We're going to use Ward to capture this. And Cliff goes for Morristown. There's yet another battle kicking off here, but I don't think there's anything to be seen of it. Right, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to flee into New York with a potential 12,000 men. They can they can have it. Fall back. No need to fall back. Surrender. Excellent. So guys have escaped. That's absolutely fine. Mr. Ward, keep on capturing this stuff, please. You guys get into Maddistown. Or Morristown, as it's also known. We're just going to pick up the stuff here. And then I want to see what the situation is. We've got 10,000 men around New Haven. Nice. Get me all these all-important rewards. We've got more supplies. This is good. More specialists than we can ever imagine. This is also good. And Morristown, which can hold 4,000 men. Okay, that's good. Morristown is very good. Let's get the guys in there. It's also got provisions, which is excellent. And our guys can actually recover some strength here. Game's making some very funny noises in the background, which is driving me mad. They're like little notification noises, but I never see a notification come up with them. So, not quite sure what it's trying to tell me. Morristown has food. Freehold has food. This is urgently needed, of course, because our guys had absolutely nothing. Okay, we capture that. In Morristown, we build. What do we build? We build... This is kind of important. We build a printing press. And in Freehold, different area. Well, I go for printing press on all of them now, just because it's just cool to have a printing press. But also, I'm going to instantly stick in a grain... What is it? It's a granary, the first one. Morristown also has food, so we're going to put that in, because it's not going to kick in till March. I think that's when food starts being produced. But we can throw it in now. Easton, go for a printing press. It just keeps all the loyalty up nice and high. Reading, definitely go for a printing press. We've done well. Fort Augusta should be doing its own thing. Wyoming has the printing press. Doesn't need troops in it anymore. That is excellent. Okay, so I can bring the 600 men out of Wyoming. Actually, Wyoming can build more stuff. So Wyoming can build... Have we got anything going on? We've got nothing in the way of infrastructure going on. There's some of it's coal, I think. We'll stick some of that on. Yeah, that's it for now. That's fine. You can come over and occupy Fort Penn, I think. We've got more guys in the forts. That's excellent. Okay, let's stick Ward into Morristown. Actually, let's go for a sneaky bit of espionage, shall we? So I think, yeah, I thought we'd be due a promotion here. The cavalry has been fantastic. Excellent skills in horsemanship and cavalry tactics. 15 melee, stamina, charge damage. Shooting training or the spotting. It's obviously that. It's every time that for the cavalry. Wow. We've got like shock troopers. We've got very fast shock troopers. Just got to check the infantry. No one's due an upgrade there. We can have up to 2 more regiments. Oh, man. I'm so tempted to produce like a stack of cavalry. I do need to recruit guys from other regions. Do you think if we went to somewhere else... How about we recruit an army in Montreal? I'd have to remember I've done it so I can bring them back down. Or Quebec. I don't think Quebec's going to be loyal enough. What about in the north? We have some loyalty in the north. We don't have a lot of recruits. The reason I'm thinking of recruiting up here is that we don't want to take a load of casualties from elsewhere. I mean, we want to spread around where the casualties are coming from, otherwise we take massive morale hits. But we can afford a cavalry regiment, because cavalry are just awesome. Do we have... Oh, we might not have enough of the Dragoon carbines in there. We can put short brown Bess in. And we've got... The infantry carbine is being produced. These are going to be bad. What's the melee? Yeah, the melee is very bad. Which is kind of the important thing. Do you know what? I'm going to have to give the infantry carbine. No, what am I talking about? Let's put the short brown Bess, because we have some. So we can afford that. We're going to get 1 load of you guys done. Create. And... How did this happen? What is this bullshit? See, this is what I was talking about earlier. The British can spot an unoccupied settlement from like 1 million miles away and go and occupy it. So what we need is... I'm going to have to raise the force from here. Screw you. Right. Form an army. I'm going to have to remember that this is a thing, by the way. And we're going to go and free Lyman. That's awful. Ah, that's so annoying. That is so utterly, utterly annoying. Right, Leicester. Can we build anything? We don't really need a printing press there. There's not enough resources for anything else. All right, folks. We're going to leave it there for today, I think. We've done some good work. Oh, let's just take a little look at what is actually in New York. Is there 13,300 men? We're not having that. We are not having that get away. The 7,500, that number's far more manageable. Oh, wow, these numbers are far more manageable. I feel like I could combine the forces and have a proper go at New York. If I dragged everything together and dragged the militia out of the forts, we could have a go. I need to try and lure them out, I think. Are we going to lose this? I'm just going to put the speed on higher. I just want to see this. No, we've got him. We've got him. Excellent. Alright, okay. We're going to put those guys back into Fort Clinton. Well done, chaps. Well done. Ward will retreat to Morristown. We need to get everything reinforced. So that would be excellent. And then we also need to deal with this incursion up here, which we will do in the next episode. And we might even venture forth for an attack on New York. I mean, I'm going to have about 6,000 men just from here. Plus 7, that's 13. Plus, let's say 3. I can have 16,000 men come down here and attack New York. So even if the British from Hempstead get joined in, we might be able to take them. We might. It's a bit of a big if, but we might be able to do it. Right, how are my howitzers coming on? They've only got an attack of 34. So it's worse than the 6-pounders. Yeah, I need the 18-inch howitzers. We'll research that. All right, so there we go. We are wrapping it up for today. We're going to come back to the next episode. We've got some exciting times. Tempted to maybe let the British just starve out. Then again, I'm the one starving out. New York would be a great thing to capture, wouldn't it? We shall see. In the next episode, I'll catch you then, folks.